looked at like.
What if it comes out, bud?
I think I've looked at like 7 people's and no one has the questions. Finally! Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name is Roxanne. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Today I'm going to be doing the I Dare You book tag. I'm not sure why it has this name, but yeah, I mean, it seems fun, so we'll go ahead and do it. I was tagged by Tara and by Bree, and I will put both of their channels down below. You should follow them if you are not already. So question number 1 is, what book has been on your shelf the longest? I've mentioned this a couple of times, but the book that my dad gave me to learn English with were this was just this particular book. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 more, but this is the first one that I got, and it's Two of a Kind Diaries, Two for the Road, The Diaries of Mary Kate and Ashley, and it is pretty beat up. This is the book that I have had the longest and have taken with me to the most number of places because I've just had it for a really long time. My dad gave it to me, and he gave me an English to Spanish dictionary and said, get to learning. What is your current read, your last read, and the book you will read next? My current read, I actually have been currently reading this for many months now. I think I started it last year and I just never finished it. I'm about halfway, a little bit more than halfway through The Goldfinch on page 418 by Donna Tartt. And in order to try and sort of push myself to pick it back up, I requested it from the library's Overdrive account, and I just got it yesterday. So I'm gonna see if this weekend I can finish it. There are about 300 or so pages left, and I can probably do that in one day if I just if I really focus and do it, but I'll probably just do it this weekend. My last read was actually Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This was a reread. Again, the audiobook became available and through Overdrive, and I thought, hey, why not? I love Lin-Manuel's voice, so let's listen to him tell this beautiful story. And so I did. I read that one. Book that I will read next, I mean, I guess I will continue to read The Goldfinch. After that, I'm not exactly sure. I'm still trying to figure out what my May TBR is going to be. But it might be Jane Eyre, it might be Emma, it might be Open Veins of Latin America. I'm not sure yet. Number 3, what book did everyone like but you hated? All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. What book do you keep telling yourself you read but you probably won't? Probably The Raven Cycle. I have the first one there, but other books just sort of keep taking priority, so who knows if I'll ever get to the rest of the series. Which book are you saving for retirement? I think if I have a book that I'm saving specifically for retirement, like I can wait that long to read it, then it's probably not one that I'm very excited about. So I don't really think about books for retirement because I want to read as many books as I can as quickly as I can. I don't want to save something all the way to retirement. By the time I get to retirement, I'll probably have other books that I want to read. 6, last page. Read it first or wait till the end. Wait till the end. Number 7, acknowledgements. Waste of paper and ink or interesting aside. I always think acknowledgements is something more for the author and like his people, family, and stuff like that. So I don't consider it a waste of paper and ink, and sometimes they're really interesting to us as a reader. I will try and read them usually, and I tend to like them. Sometimes when they are more than to my mom or something, they can be really interesting and funny and witty and stuff, so I like them. An interesting aside, I guess. Which book character would you switch places with? Probably Belle, but just because of her library. Like, that's it. None of the other stuff that happens in her life. Just the library she ends up with. Do you have a book that reminds you of something specific in your life? A person, a place, or a time? 11 Minutes by Paulo Coelho reminds me of my mother. This was the first book that we read together. I bought it both in English and in Spanish so that we could read it together, and it always reminds me of her. Name a book that you acquired in an interesting way. Under the Mesquite. Oh, it has like shit on it. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's part of the time. That's part of the cover. Just kidding. Under the Mesquite by Guadalupe Garcia McCall. I mentioned here before that I volunteer with Planned Parenthood, and I was doing this like health expo at this mall, and they had a Hispanic Federation booth, and they were giving away free books. And I went over there and I was like, I'm a volunteer, but can I get a book? And they're like, yeah, sure, take one. So a lot of the ones that they had there I had actually read already, and I had not heard about this one. I think I got a text message. But yeah, I hadn't heard about this one, and it seems interesting, and it's a Latinx author, so why not? Have you ever given a book away for a special reason to a special person? Yes, we're about to get real cheesy up in here. For my partner and I's 4th anniversary, 3rd anniversary, one of the two, I came across this thing online where it was like you can create a book for someone, and in each page you can have a reason why you love them, and it was like a flat rate of like $30 or something like that, and you can have as many pages as you wanted. It was just gonna be black and white. There were gonna be illustrations in it, but they were gonna be like stick-figure illustrations, and I thought it was just a really like cute, silly idea, and I ended up having something like 200 or 300 pages. I would do like really silly, tiny, minute things. But yeah, and then I when I received it, I colored it in, and I wrote little notes and stuff on the side. And yeah, he has it to this day, and every so often we'll actually go through it, and it's just something real cheesy, real cute that I did one time. Number 12, which book has been with you to the most places? Probably the Mary-Kate and Ashley one, since it's the ones that I've had the longest. Any required reading you hated in high school that wasn't so bad 2 years later? The only required reading that I have reread since high school has been Pride and Prejudice, and I loved it the first time that I read it, and I've loved it every time since. So I can't answer that question just yet, but I do plan on rereading The Great Gatsby, and The Handmaid's Tale. Oh, actually, no. I was gonna say The Awakening by Kay Chopin. I read it again. And the first time around, I think I just didn't pay that much attention to it, and I read it this time, and I understood it more, and I enjoyed it, and I put it in some wrap up. If I find it, I'll link it. So yeah, I guess that one. But I do plan to reread The Handmaid's Tale and The Great Gatsby at some point. Used or brand new? Both. Have you ever read a Dan Brown book? No, but I have 2 of them in my bookshelves. I just haven't read them yet. Have you ever seen a movie that you liked more than the book? Catching Fire. I enjoyed that more than I did the book. By Suzanne Collins, I think is the author. I don't remember. Have you ever read a book that's made you hungry? Cookbooks excluded. No. TV shows make me very hungry though. Who is the person whose book advice you'll always take? My mother's, my best friend, and I guess on BookTube, I've been really trying to get into literary fiction, so anything Mercedes recommends, or I love Joss doesn't have a channel anymore, but I loved all of her recommendations. I love Katie's recommendations for like mystery horror type books. Anybody that I follow, if I follow them, it's because if it has to do with like, if I'm in Goodreads and it's like a Latinx author or book, and I see that Marines has read it and liked it, I will most definitely pick it up. My friend Sarai we went to a bookstore one time, and she gave me opinions on a bunch of different books, and I tend to remember them as I see them again. And so if she recommends something, I'll look into it. Thank you so much for, I think that was it. Yeah, thank you so, ouch. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you've done this tag before and link it down below. I'd love to see it. All my social media is linked down below if you would like to connect with me on there as well. Like always, thank you so much for watching and for listening. I love and appreciate you guys.